Hola clase, bienvenidos. Hoy vamos a continuar con capítulo 4. El tema de hoy es los adjetivos posesivos y también los pronombres posesivos. Okay, so first up today we are going to review short possessive adjectives. You've seen these possessive adjectives starting in Spanish 1 and you've used them ever since. A quick review for you, please write these down in your note guide. Mi or mis means my. Tu or tus means your. Su or sus means his, her, its, or your formal. Nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, or nuestras means our. Vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, or vuestras means your, plural, in Spain only. And su or sus means their or your. When you go to use a short possessive adjective, here's some things to remember. Number 1, they will agree in number with the noun they modify. They also will go before the noun or precede the noun. Look at these examples here in green. Mi madre, my mom. And then here grades is plural, so it's got to be plural to say your grades. You must have tus notas. Okay, you'll also notice that nuestro and vuestro not only agree in number with the noun they modify, but they also agree in gender. Look at these examples. Our mom. Okay, mom is feminine, so you must use the feminine version of nuestro. That would be nuestra madre. Our friends. Friends is masculine plural, so you must also use the masculine plural way to say our. Nuestros amigos. Okay, a special side note for you. Please notice that the word su or sus has a lot of meanings, okay? For example, if I said su amigo, am I saying his friend, her friend, your friend, their friend, its friend? I mean, it's hard to know exactly what su amigo means. So in order to clarify that, it would be common to say, if I wanted you to know that maybe su amigo, I was trying to say her friend, okay, it would be common to use this structure. Literally say the friend of her. So you would say el amigo de ella. Okay, so when you use that structure to clarify, it's just to make sure everyone's on the same page. Okay, it's still completely acceptable to say su amigo. Again, if you just wanted to clarify, you would say el amigo de ella. Look at my example here. If you read the top example, ¿Dónde vive su madre? That could mean, where does his, her, your, their mother live? Okay, again, to clarify, maybe I want to say, where does his mother live? Then I would say, ¿Dónde vive la madre de él? Where is the mother of him? Where does she live? Okay, next up, these are new to you. There are long possessive adjectives. Okay, please write these down on your note guide. The word mío, which can also be mía, míos or mías, means my. Tuyo means your. Suyo, his, hers, its, or yours. Nuestro, ours. Vuestro, yours in Spain. And suyo, theirs or yours, formal plural. Okay, so usage notes for you. A long possessive adjective is going to agree in gender and number with the noun they modify. Also, they're going to follow the noun. So look at this example. An aunt of ours, okay, similar to saying our aunt, you would say una tía nuestra. Okay, because tía was feminine singular, the form of our had to be feminine singular as well. Here, some friends of mine, kind of like saying my friends. Unas amigas mías. Again, you used mías because friends is feminine plural. Also, you'll notice again, we have the same issue. Suyo has a lot of meanings. Okay, so for clarification, you would use that same structure. Use de with the appropriate subject pronoun. Okay, so again, if you saw this top line, un amigo suyo, that could mean a friend of his, a friend of hers, a friend of yours, a friend of their, of them, not theirs, please forgive me. So to clarify, if I want to say a friend of his, un amigo de él. Lastly, a lot of students ask this. Okay, so what's the difference between a short possessive adjective and a long possessive adjective? Okay, not much difference. You really could use them interchangeably. Okay, you could say mi amigo, and that would mean my friend, or un amigo mío. That could translate to my friend or a friend of mine. Okay, it's common to see these long possessive adjectives translate to say of mine, of yours, of theirs, of hers, okay, which is not an overly common structure in English, okay. So which one should you pick when in doubt? Well, it's more common to use those short possessive adjectives, okay, what you've been doing from Spanish 1. But common, you will see them, okay, un amigo mío, a friend of mine, that's completely understood. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice. I would like you to use a short or a long possessive adjective to complete these sentences. You'll notice for the first 3, you need a short adjective, a short possessive adjective, because the blanks here come before the noun. For examples 4 to 6, you can tell here you need a long possessive adjective because the blanks are coming after the noun. Okay, we'll do number 1 together, and I'd like you to pause me and work through these. So, my tickets are in that bag. To say my, you've either got me or mis. Tickets is plural, so you need mis. Mis boletos están en ese bolso. Okay, please pause me and work on numbers 2 through 6. Okay, let's review. Her guides are they're informative. So, sus, guías. Our suitcases are in the taxi, nuestras. 4, some friends of yours visited you yesterday, tuyos. 5, some passengers of theirs caused problems, okay, suyos. And I found some of our information pamphlets in the car, nuestros. Okay, let's look at one more concept. Please turn and look at section 4 of your note guide. Oh, before I forget, remember, if you wanted to clarify here to say her guides, you could have said los guías de ella. Also to clarify here, some passengers of them, some passengers of theirs, unos pasajeros de ellos. Okay, so if you wrote that down instead, totally fine. You were just clarifying. Okay, if you had what's written in blue, perfect. That's correct as well. Okay, so let's talk about possessive pronouns. I would like you to write these down in your note guide. Okay, to say mine, you have el mío, la mía, los míos, or las mías. To say yours, you've got a form of el, tuyo. To say his, hers, its, or yours, you've got a form of el suyo. To say ours, you've got a form of el nuestro. To say yours, plural, in Spain, you've got a form of el vuestro. And to say theirs or yours, you've got a form of el suyo. Okay, so let's talk for a minute. What is a possessive pronoun? Think about that definition. A pronoun replaces the noun. Okay, so look at the first line here. A possessive pronoun replaces or takes the place of the possessive adjective and the noun. Okay, so if I said, my backpack is red, but yours is blue, yours, that is the possessive pronoun. Okay, I could have repeated myself and said your backpack, but it was easier to just use a pronoun and say yours, because you knew I was talking about your backpack. The same thing we do in English there, making it easier, not being repetitive, that's done in Spanish as well. So, also, you should know about possessive pronouns. They must match the noun they replace in number and gender. Okay, not surprising, that's the same thing that you did with long possessive adjectives. All right, let's look at these examples. My car is red. Mi carro es rojo. Yours is blue. El tuyo es azul. Okay, so yours, there's 4 ways to say yours. El tuyo, la tuya, los tuyos, las tuyas. We picked el tuyo because we were talking about your car. Okay, and that possessive pronoun has to match in number and gender. Car is masculine singular, so we picked the masculine singular way to say yours. Let's look at number 2. My mom is tall, but yours is short. When I say yours, I'm talking about your mom. So I need the feminine singular way to say yours, la tuya. In Spanish it reads, mi madre es alta, pero la tuya es baja. Okay, so really the only difference in Spanish, the only written difference between a long possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun is the use here of this definite article. Okay? A similar issue that we've seen is going to occur. For clarification, el suyo, la suya, etc. can be replaced by de and the subject pronoun. So for example, this house is big, but la suya, what does that mean? Does that mean hers, his, theirs, yours is small? Okay, if I want to clarify, I would write this: esta casa es grande, pero la de él es pequeña. By my clarification here, you know now I'm talking about his. Okay, his house is small. Lastly, I just want to point this out. You don't have to do this, but after the verb ser, it is common to omit that definite article. They will just take it out. They won't say es el mío. Okay, that book is el mío. They'll just say es mío, it's mine. If you want to leave the article in there, you can. Okay, but just don't be surprised if you see it omitted after the verb ser. Okay, let's practice. We need to use a possessive pronoun to answer these questions. So it says here, complete these statements. Our photos are in the computer. Where are yours? Okay, yours that I'm talking about are your photos. Remember, photos is feminine plural. It appears to be masculine, but it's not. Okay, it's irregular. It's la foto. So yours. The feminine singular way to say yours, look up here. Feminine plural way to say yours is going to be las tuyas. So the answer here, where are yours? Las tuyas. Okay, please pause me and work through the rest of the questions. Okay, let's review. Your backpack is small, but mine is big. La mía. Okay, feminine singular because backpack is feminine singular. 3, the passports are very important. I know, and that's the reason that ours are in a safety box, a security box. Ours, los nuestros, okay, because I'm talking about passports, and that's masculine plural. Lastly, 4, my flight is direct, but theirs has a layover, okay, el suyo. Again, if you wanted to clarify, talking about theirs, you could have said el de ellos has a delay or a layover. Okay, I know that was a lot of information. Please, please, please read over the information in your textbook on pages 93 to 95. Also write down any questions you may have on your note guide. Okay, muchas gracias. Adiós.